TJ's been feeling pretty good with All right, so here we are at Elite Functional Performance in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm with Hunter, one of our newer trainers, and we've been talking about Hunter getting a little bit more explosive with some of his upper body work. Recently began doing some hypertrophy cycles in his training and packing on some lean mass, and so we were discussing various ways that he can really maximize his overall explosiveness with some of his anterior work. And one of the first things that we do with our athletes is we always designate the difference between, overall weight being moved versus the actual speed that we're moving the weight. So when we differentiate between strength and power, we're talking about the ability for us to take something heavy and move it rapidly. The way that we generally train for that is we implement the slow tempo concept, focusing on time under tension. So if we were to take Hunter and have him go into a supine position on the bench, demonstrating a standard chest press, what we would generally have happen here is as he comes up and locks out, he'll pause about halfway through the range and then finish his lockout, what we call a rest pause, and then come down with about a 3 to 4 second descent, really emphasizing the stretch shortening cycle of the muscle and the eccentric. Next concentric phase, he'll pause halfway through, finish the lockout, down with slow control. And the slow tempo concept, the time under tension concept, really gives a lot of emphasis to the muscle as well as to the connective tissue. We often see tendonitis issues and problems in the elbows, shoulders, sometimes even the wrists in guys that lift heavy. And so we're able to, with the controlled eccentric, really work a lot of the connective tissue as well to get strong enough to handle some of the force that the muscles can make. So the idea here is that, with about 8 repetitions, 6, 7, 8 reps in a set, Hunter's really going to have not just maximum control of the weight, but be able to then come off the rack on a bar and be a lot more explosive than if he was just training with that single concept of just get the bar off and keep moving. Good. Yeah, smokes you. Yeah. So as an add-on to a lot of the strength work that we do with the slow tempo philosophy and focusing on time under tension, we also work a lot with what we call the 1-1-2. So we'll have him kind of work up into a double press and then work one arm at a time and then work both together. So what he's getting here is as that right arm comes down, the left arm is contracting isometrically to hold the weight. So he's getting a lot more static force through the shoulder, elbow, and then each arm gets a full repetition and then both arms perform together. These are another way to increase and amplify the stress through the entire upper body without overloading the joints with additional load for stress. So with a moderate to light heavy kind of weight range, I can really get guys to feel the fatigue that they would generally get if they were working in a much higher load range. The drawback sometimes working with really heavy dumbbells in a setting like this is the shoulders and elbows take a beating just to get the muscles that overload of stress. So the 1-1-2 comes into play a lot for being able to keep the stress down on the joints but still work the muscle, both eccentric and concentric. Great. Like, those smoke you. Like, I'm telling you, when you can push like 70, 80 pound dumbbells, do like 8 or 10 1-1-2s with like 40s or 45s, watch what happens. Yeah.